I mean,
Yeah, and then when I did the other one maybe 5 years later.
same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Only thing then is I kind of had to learn how to walk again. I mean, I could walk, but my gait was so screwed up from dragging the leg and everything. So I had to. What they had me do is weird, strange enough, is start walking backwards.
Huh.
On a treadmill to correct my gait. Yeah,
weird.
Because you compensate when you have an injury.
Right.
You start to compensate and do things differently. So I walk differently to kind of alleviate the pain. So once I had no pain, I still had the habits of walking that way. So I had to retrain my brain and my body to walk correctly again.
So the left hip was the one that was really bothering you for the longest time, and the right hip was bothering you less? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I didn't really have – it was kind of weird how it happened. Like my left hip was bad for years and years. I finally, I said, okay, I'm going to call it a day. And my normal orthopedic surgeon, he says, I said, okay, doc, I'm going to call it a day. And he said, well, shit, Mark, you should have called it a day 5 years ago. He said, you got more out of that hip than what anybody ever should have. And I was like, well, and so, I'd come to grips with, my career was going to be over. And so I cut my hair off, so shit, I'm not going to need this long shit anymore. So I cut my hair off and, I'm kind of sitting at home, phone rings. This is only about 2 or 3 days later, right? And Dr. Bird, he's out of Nashville. Awesome doctor. He's probably the leading doctor in hip preservation, like taking your natural hip as far as you can go. Just really good.
What does he do for that?
He'll go in orthoscopically, clean the bone off, clean the spurs out, he just, anytime there's, what starts to happen is you start getting that arthritis and then the spurs, and it just, what happens is every time that you're walking, it's just chewing that up. So he goes in there and he's actually designed his own instruments, that he uses to go in there and orthoscopically clean these hips joints out.
So he calls you.
So he calls me and he goes, hey, I might have another option for you. And I'm like, fuck, I already shaved my head. And he goes, there's this doctor in New York that's doing this thing called the Birmingham hip resurface. He says, it may give you an opportunity to make a decision that you want to make instead of having it made for you. I was like, oh shit, okay. So I go to New York and I meet, with Dr. Sue, and he goes, yeah, I think you're a perfect candidate. Your bone density is really great, and he says, I think you'll do good with it, right? So I was like, well, fuck, let's go for it, right? I got nothing to lose at that point, and I wake up, I'm pain free, and I'm like, holy shit, like I'm walking amazing. That day.
That day.
Yeah. And it's just like.
No crutches, no nothing?
I started out on crutches because I had, for a while I had an epidural in. So, when I first tried to get up, it was funny. They bring in two male nurses, right? And, I'm 3 and some change at the time, right? So, and I've never had any, kind of side effects, but I guess I got up and, fuck, oh, wham.
Did they catch you?
They got me. I landed on the bed. So, the last thing I remember is getting up to go take this walk, and the next thing, I'm laying in bed, and my wife's looking at me like, you okay? And I was like, what? You passed out? I was like, shut up. I didn't pass out. Yeah, they got you up to walk, and you passed out.
Wow,
I was like,
got it.
Holy
That's
shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was so, I was so looped up. I was like, I feel good.
I'm just so happy that they could do that for you, that they could resurface both of them when you walk. I mean, because you would never know.
Yeah, it is crazy. I feel I'm really blessed. But now, like, if I could, obviously I'd still be going full steam ahead. But I just physically can't. I can't perform at the level,
right.
And that's the thing with with when you use your body for athletic purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At some point it's going to say enough's enough.
John Wayne Parr, he's a Muay Thai champion out of Australia. You know John Wayne Parr.
Yeah.
He has over 100 fights. He's like. He was trying to get 100 wins, but they robbed him on his last decision, on his 100th win. But he just got his hip redone, and he's throwing kicks again. It's crazy because I thought, like, he was saying that he needed to get his hip done. I'm like, well, I guess the career's over if you get a hip replacement. But he got a resurfacing, very similar to yours. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's the exact same one, but he's like, a couple of weeks later, he was like throwing kicks in the air. And a couple months later, this is him like right post operation. But if you go to his Instagram, Jamie, like right now, like if you can see some video of him, what is that one? Is he running? Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. You can run?
Yeah.
I mean, he was fucked. He was in pain for a long time. I mean, that's just nuts to see him being able to do that. See if you can. There's a video of him throwing kicks. He got a float tank too. Someone hooked him up with a float tank.
Nice.
Yeah, there it is, right there. I mean, this is only a couple. Oh, this is like a parody of John Claude Van Damme, a kickboxer. He's being sick. John's a funny dude. He's always fucking around. But there's videos of him. Get out of this one. It is eventually, but it's going to take too long. But keep scrolling down. There's a video of him throwing kicks. No. Like, scroll down. Right there. That's it. Exactly. So this is, I think this is 3 months post-surgery. And he can throw kicks. So he's got someone holding the pads for him, which is just...
Yeah, it's insane.
And that's that leg. That leg he's throwing right there. That was the one that he fucked up.
Yeah, and there's so much pressure when he's...
And John's in his 40s.